I've literally tried to film this intro a million times, and it's just one of those videos where I'm like, I can't say words. I can't say them right. But anyways, I got a Wii. I actually got it as a birthday gift last month, so... And before you say anything, I am fully aware that you can mod your Wii. However, I do not intend to do that to this one. And I don't think modding is bad or anything. Like, I have a modded 3DS. I'll probably have other modded consoles in the future, but basically I love to collect things. I'm also realizing more and more that the games that I really want to play and the games that I really care about, I would much prefer to have a physical version of them. And also, I wanted to experience the Wii the way that I did when I was a kid. With modding, you don't really get that exact same experience. You know, everything is kind of just handed to you, which I like, don't get me wrong, but I just wanted to relive that nostalgic Wii kid experience, and I wanted an excuse to start collecting Wii games. So like I said, the Wii was a birthday gift, but I got it pretty much new. I think it was advertised as open box. And although there were like probably a couple cosmetic flaws, like very small ones here and there, I would say this thing was pretty near brand new. I will say that being as I haven't had a Wii in years, I failed to realize, and so did my lovely family members who got me the Wii, we failed to realize that the plugins, whatever these cords are called, are so old that our TV did not have them, and so I had to buy an adapter. The main reason I bought the Wii was to experience a few games that if you've seen my nostalgic video games from my childhood video, I've pretty much talked about all of these, I think. At least the ones I've played before. I did get a few new Wii games that I never experienced. Let's just get right into the games, shall we? So the main reason I bought the Wii and that I wanted to experience the Wii again was to play Skylanders Spyro's Adventure with my brother. This was probably our favorite Wii game to play together. I think that we had like maybe 3 Wii games in total, and I would say 80% of the time we were playing this. I cannot tell you how nostalgic the music and the sound effects and the characters are. I'm just way too much of a sucker for these things. Playing through the levels again, seeing how simple the game mechanics are, and hearing the music, hearing the characters talk, which the characters are actually kind of funny. It just brought back this like wave of memories. I felt like I was a kid again. That's all this video is gonna be, is just me like, oh, I'm so nostalgic. I got to be a kid again. I'm so sorry. I kind of miss discs. Like for Nintendo consoles, I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of miss them. Like, the cartridges are great and all, but there's something about discs that just hit different. One cool thing that I was not aware of with Skylanders was that if you have a Skylander that you played on a different console, a different game, like a completely different adventure with the Skylander, what am I trying to say? Basically, I played with this years and years ago on our old Wii that we do not have anymore. We don't have the Skylanders game that we have now. I had to buy that. And yet, the game somehow remembers this Skylander. Like, if you give this Skylander a nickname in your other game, if you level them up, if you set them on a certain path because you can, like, kind of upgrade them and power them up, it will remember. So I put this Skylander on the portal, and it brought me back to where I was with this stealth elf years ago. I just thought that was a cool little touch. Like, they don't have to do that. They don't have to like download information to this little figurine so that if you go to somebody else's house, you can like play with your same Skylander. I don't know. I just thought that was a really cool detail, and it kind of makes me like appreciate this more. We've been having a blast playing Skylanders, and I can't wait to like actually beat all of the levels and also maybe get Skylanders Giants, because I have a couple of Skylanders Giants that don't work with Spyro's Adventure. And I kind of even want to like 100% the game. I don't know. Like, I didn't realize how many hidden things were in this game, like hidden chests and scrolls, and how many hidden areas there were. So I might try to convince my brother to just like 100% Skylanders with me, because I just think that could be fun. The next game that I got is Wii Sports Resort. Now, my Wii did come with Wii Sports, and I think that the version we had a long time ago it actually did come with Wii Sports Resort, because this is the Wii Sports that we remember. I don't think they're super different other than that, like, this has more beachy games, but they're both kind of the same. I think this is more just like expanded. Funny story about Wii Motion Plus. I didn't realize that my remote came with it installed inside. Like, I didn't take 2 seconds to look at the remote and see that, oh, Wii Motion Plus inside. Instead, I was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta get the little accessory that attaches onto my remote. I have to order those like right now. So I ordered some off of eBay, and I'm in the process of returning them because I was like, why didn't I just look at the remote for 5 seconds? I actually haven't gotten the chance to replay this yet, but I'm excited to. I remember we really liked the Frisbee game with the little dog, and I think the sword fighting as well as the biking. This is probably one of my favorite multiplayer games. Like, you can't really beat the Wii Sports games, you know? Next game I ended up getting is Super Mario Galaxy, and I'm going to admit something. I am not a huge Mario fan. I don't go out of my way to get Mario games, even if it's like a multiplayer game. For some reason, I always choose other games over Mario games. I've got nothing against Mario. I just don't think that platformers and like the Mario games are my typical kind of game that I go for. That being said, I remember watching my cousins play Super Mario Galaxy in their basement when I was like maybe 6 or 7. And I remember I always wanted to try it. And I can't remember at the time if I was just too young to understand like how it worked. Like, if I don't really know why I didn't try to play it. Maybe there was only one remote and my cousins wouldn't let me. I don't really know. But Super Mario Galaxy like hits different a little bit. I don't know what it is. I'm really excited to keep playing this, and it probably will be like one of the only Mario games that I will invest so much time into. I just really like it. Again, I'm not a Mario hater. I don't know what it is. Like, please don't hate me. Next game is Animal Crossing City Folk for the Wii. I've never played an Animal Crossing on the Wii. I've only played Animal Crossing New Leaf and Animal Crossing New Horizons. I have Wild World, I just have not gotten around to playing it. I kind of forgot about it. So this will be the oldest Animal Crossing I've ever played in the entry in the series. I really like the idea of like having a whole city. I forgot that in New Leaf and in the older games, you kind of have already established towns and buildings, whereas in New Horizons, which is the one that is the freshest in my mind, you basically have to build your own city from the ground up. So I kind of like the fact that you're not just starting from nothing, and I'm really excited to go back to some of the older Animal Crossing games. I hope to play all of them eventually, but I feel like I have a good start with this one. There's something about old Animal Crossing that I like. It cannot be imitated. Even New Leaf, which is not one of the older ones, but something about the older ones cannot be imitated into New Horizons. I stand by that. I can't fully explain it, but I stand by that. Also, may I add, like, what happened to these big, beautiful manuals that I will never read that makes this thing weigh like 5 pounds? What happened to all the manuals, Nintendo? Like, what? Where are they? I feel like manuals are a whole art form, like game manuals are a whole art form in of themselves, and I just feel like I miss them a little bit. Will I ever read them? No, but the fact that they're here just like comforts me. Okay, next game, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This will now be the oldest Smash Bros. That I've ever played. I played Smash Bros. On my 3DS, and then whichever one it is, Ultimate on the Switch. I definitely like to dabble in Smash Bros, especially if I'm playing with other people. I feel like if I were to pick between Mario Kart or like a Mario Party game or Smash Bros, I just crave to fight things. I just want to. It's cool seeing how the series has evolved over time. You get to see the evolution from the older consoles to the newer consoles. There's something so cool about seeing its origins. I don't think this is the first Smash Bros. Game. Is it? I don't think so, but like it's cool to see the older versions of the games that you like now. Yeah, like look at that big beautiful manual and this beautiful disc. I don't know. I just like it. The last game is, yes, it is Littlest Pet Shop. I had to get a girly game, and I cannot believe I never actually experienced this as a kid on my original Wii. I think that I probably would have loved it, considering I absolutely loved the DS version of one of the games. There were several DS versions, but I'm really sad I didn't get to play this when I was younger. I don't even think I knew it existed, so I'm really excited to test it out. It looks pretty simple. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, it is Littlest Pet Shop. I like how the manual is in black and white, like they couldn't afford to print it in color. Okay, so I might be getting into a little bit of rant territory here, but whatever. You know, I thought it was really cool once I discovered that there was actually a Wii Pro controller. I never knew this existed as a kid, and now I think I know why. You see, my naive consumer brain was like, oh my gosh, there's a Wii Pro controller? That's so cool. I can play all my Wii games with more traditional control... What's this even called? A layout? A traditional controller layout? And I don't even have to use the classic Wii remote. Nothing against the classic Wii remote, but with some games, I would definitely prefer this layout over that one. I was wrong. So this controller does not work with like, I think 85% of Wii games, which is a lot. I wonder how many kids opened this in the Christmas of 2009. They were so excited that they had a Pro controller, only to find out that it worked with 1 out of 30 of their Wii games. So yeah, you have to pick from a list of games, of Wii games, that are actually compatible with this and the normal classic controller. I did not know this. I had no clue. I was just kind of like, oh, a Pro controller. It's gonna work with the Wii. It's gonna work with my Wii games. I'll buy it. No. I don't honestly know why this exists if they were not willing to somehow make it compatible with the rest of the Wii games. Like 15% of Wii games that work with this? That's like nothing. I don't know, I just think it's kind of dumb. And I know that they tell you, like on the back of the Wii case, if you can see that in the corner, they basically tell you what controllers that game will work with, but this is not some like loud, huge disclaimer or announcement, or there's no huge loud disclaimer on this box that would tell me, hey, this doesn't work with about like 85% of your games, so I would be careful. So that's my little rant. I am trying to return this. I didn't even take it out of its box because I realized that the only game I ordered that even works with this remote is Super Smash Bros. And it's like, I was looking at the list of compatible Wii games and I was like, I am not gonna be buying any of those games. So what is the point of having this for one game that I'll play occasionally? Especially since I've found that the classic controller, not the classic one, the original Wii controller works just fine with a game like Smash Bros. It's a little, I mean, it's definitely not the same as your Switch, but it's still fun. So was this worth it to me? No. The only game I saw on there that I was semi-interested in was RE4, but I have that on 2 other platforms, and I was like, am I gonna buy this game for the 3rd time just to make it to the village and then quit? That's just how my relationship with RE4 is. I'm sorry. In my opinion, it is a scam. I don't know why this exists. I don't know why it was created. I should have known better than to think that a Pro controller would just work with my Wii games. I really should have known. I'm super excited by the prospect of collecting more Wii games over time and playing more Wii games, playing some of the older games that I've always wanted to play and didn't have the chance to as a kid because I didn't know about them. The Wii also, I've noticed, just has this, it just has this quality about it that brings people together. The first night that we opened it, like everybody was kind of crowded around the TV, like my family members, and we were all just like basking in the Wii music as we created our Miis. It's just something about the Wii is just so, it's just like such a classic family experience, and it was nice to be gathered together again and experience that. And I'm so thankful that I get to play Skylanders with my brother again, because there's no other way currently that you can, like, there's no, Skylanders is a weird game where you can't just get like an emulator. You can't just get like, you have to have the figures, you have to have the portal, you have to, as far as I know. There might be like a fancy way of modding Skylanders and not actually having to have all of that, but it would be kind of tricky. I'm just glad that I get to experience it again, and I have been such a sucker for nostalgia lately, and so here we are. Do I recommend getting a Wii in the year 2025? Yeah. Let me know what experiences and what games you loved having on the Wii. I'm always gonna want to be adding to my collection and my wish list, so I do have a small-ish announcement. I did open channel memberships, but I basically, really all they are is just like, if you want to support the channel. I made 3 tiers and they're all basically the same. Like you get the same, I think they call them perks, but they're just different amounts, purely support based. You don't have to feel pressured. I'm not going to be locking any content, like any videos behind that. Like I'm not going to be making member exclusive videos or streams. Basically, if you just want like a couple of emotes and the channel badges and what else did I put on there? Like a few small perks, like maybe member only polls every once in a while or something, like small decisions with the channel. I think that would be cool. But basically it's just like, if you want to support my content, if you want to support what I do, it's there. You don't have to do anything with it. I'll put a link down below if you're interested. I know that it doesn't really, like the join button doesn't really show up on iOS for some reason. Okay, I think I'm done yapping about nostalgia, so thanks for watching. Let me know about your favorite Wii games, what I should be playing, yeah, your recommendations. Also, I always love to hear video recommendations if you're new to this channel, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get to, you know, if you're longing for that Wii experience, I hope that you get to experience the Wii again someday too, because it's pretty fun. I never do outros the way that I want to do them. I never know what to say. So I'll just say goodbye and thanks, I guess.